Genira Design Studio.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lala, aka LaChelle, aka Chelle, aka Michelle, my belle. And I wanted to come at y'all with my reflective thoughts for the morning that are a result of my morning meditation. So, hopefully, you all slept well. If not, we can try again tonight, right? Well, yesterday, or last night, I should say, was a moment of an unveiling. I'm not gonna say I went live and I talked about a lot of the things that I think I had been suppressing. I was already feeling like I was in a rut and that things were stale, but I couldn't pinpoint where the feeling was coming from. So I decided to come and talk to you all, and all of the feelings started to pour out almost like a floodgate. And that kind of leads into what I wanted to talk to you all about today, which are my personal toxic traits. I am a habitual offender of not setting boundaries and solely operating off of a you should know better, right? There's just certain things I feel like as adults you should know. And it's very easy for me to forget that not everybody has had the same life experiences. And when you know better, you do better. So I'll expect people to know better, not really knowing if they've been in situations to know at all, let alone know better. So that's my one of my worst toxic traits to me is I don't say, hey, these are things that make me feel violated or that trigger me or that I interpret as X, which can have a negative result. I just expect you to know better. And that's kind of unrealistic as well. Because again, like I said, not everybody has had the same life experiences. So the things that I quote unquote know better are not necessarily the same things that someone else would know about. So that's my first toxic trait. My second toxic trait is I don't hold people accountable when I do finally set boundaries. So after I've failed under my you should know better operation, I'll say, look, please don't do this anymore. I don't like this. It makes me feel this way. Then I'll let people cross those lines and I won't hold them accountable for the sake of, oh, I feel like I'm salvaging the relationship, right? And it's under that pick your battles mentality. You'll tell yourself it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, right? And you may laugh it off or not say anything at all. And consciously you feel like, oh, okay, I'm just letting it ride. I'm cool. But subconsciously you are storing that for safekeeping later on, unfortunately. And I say subconscious because it's not always intentional, which leads me into my next toxic trait. I am a habitual offender of, as I said in my second boundary, not holding people accountable, but even worse, I hold it in until one day I can't stand everything about you. I can still love you. I can still even care about you and want to be with you, but you also aggravate my spirit to no end. And it's because I repeatedly let you violate me. Maybe I thought it was just small things like, oh, not a big deal, not a big deal. Well, when you put 10 things together that aren't quote unquote a big deal, they become a big deal. So I'm a habitual offender of doing that. I'll hold it in until one day you just do something. I'm like, wow, I'm really sick of you. And for my partners, they've come to me like, are you serious? This really just came out of nowhere. And then this can lead to people saying things like, oh, you're crazy. Does it mean you're crazy? No, it doesn't. But you can be perceived that way because, again, to them, it looks like it came out of nowhere. In their mind, everything was good, right? Even if they've been doing things that they probably wouldn't want people doing to them, if you didn't say anything, silence is agreeance for a lot of people. And there are a lot of people in this world who operate selfishly. They feel like I can do it to you, but you better never do it to me. Well, you as a partner have an obligation to make it clear that they also cannot do it to you. I don't do that. I just have come to a realization one day that I'm just really tired of you and I'm done. I am done. And it's bad because it doesn't give my partner the time to consider if they want to redeem themselves or redeem themselves at all. I've already written you off, and when I'm done, I'm done. I don't go backwards. I'm not somebody that stays friends with my exes. I probably maybe, and I'm stretching the term, this is RL and SL combined. I probably have kept in touch with maximum 2 of my exes. Not in a sense that, oh, we could ever get back together, but I normally, when I'm done, I am done. So you kind of blindside your partner when in their mind you all go from, oh no, everything's okay, to, no, I really can't stand you and I need you to go. And I think that's my biggest problem. And those 3 things are what's keeping me back from getting in a real actual relationship, because it's just like, when I think of it, it's like you want the fun stuff, right? You want the person to be goofy with, you want the person to watch movies with, and that's something I've always done. SL and RL, I could lay with somebody and watch movies for hours. And yes, I said on SL. Some of my best relationships, well, they were poly, that's one. And it was with the women, and we would just lay there and watch movie after movie, and we'd be talking to each other, and we could do that for hours. We might go to a shopping event, and then we come right home, throw on our PJs, and watch movies together. Of course, you throw in an adventure here and there, but I miss those things. But it's just like, as soon as I think of everything else that comes with it, I'm over it, because all I can think about is how this person is going to potentially disappoint me, and I'm drained. So yeah, y'all, thank you so much for listening. But those are absolutely my toxic traits. I can't, like, I really, I don't know. I'm working on it, right? But I just started being honest with myself. And this is not me saying that, oh, I'm some type of victim. No, it's not that at all. It's me saying, this is the part I played in the demise of a lot of my own relationships. I don't tell people I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel manipulated. It makes me feel used. It makes me feel that you are implying that I'm less than. I don't say that because I expect them to know. Some people, believe it or not, listen, hear me out. Some people, believe it or not, as basic as we may think it is, they don't have that experience. And a lot of times it's because they've dated people that operate like I do. If nobody tells them, they don't know. And to them, they're like, look, when I don't like something, I say I don't like it. So if you don't say it, I'm assuming you're fine with it. And that's how they operate. Now, you may be like, well, that's kind of selfish, because that's how I process it. But people are allowed to be themselves. And if you didn't have those conversations and you didn't express how those things make you feel, can you really be mad at them? Right? Even when it comes to like abuse, right? There are some people who only believe abuse is, oh, if I put my hands on you or call you the B word. There are many types of abuse. It's financial abuse. It's, you can stonewall somebody, that's abuse. There are many ways. Just if you get mad and you use the technique of ostracizing the person, it's one thing to get mad and go have a moment to get yourself together. But if you're one of those people who your partner makes you mad, so you won't talk to them for weeks, that's abuse. Yep. A lot of y'all probably don't know it. That's abuse. And if you're somebody who had abandonment issues like I used to, it's so triggering to be in your own house and still feel alone when your partner's right there. I know you don't think so. People, that's not abuse. People, no. If you have a tiff with your partner and it's not something deep, and you're not talking to them for days and weeks, that's abuse, because you know that technique hurts them. Making someone feel like they don't exist, that's abuse. It's not cute. It's not productive. If you keep on, they're going to make sure somebody else sees them, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I didn't want to go off on a tangent, but I said that to say you have a responsibility to communicate with your mate how what they are doing makes you feel. And if they have a problem with you communicating that, my personal humble opinion is maybe you need to reconsider who you call your partner. I hope this morning reflection has been productive. I hope it resonates with someone, if not everyone. And I thank you all again for listening. Peace.